Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This is one of the reasons why Al Capone has a problem attacking Iran in behalf of its shackler, the guy who has the key of his shackles. You know who that is? Well, probably. Because Iran is not a backward country. That's why. And here you have it. Unfortunately, it shows its ingenuity in the weapons department nowadays. Business Insider, January 10th, 2024. Iran developed a new attack drone that has a range of 932 miles and could be used by Russia in Ukraine, report. So that's about 1,500 kilometers. Half of the United States of America or so. Maybe a little bit less, maybe in straight line. Iran has developed a new attack drone specifically for them, for Russia's war in Ukraine, Sky News reports. An unnamed source said it's part of the Shahed family of drones, which have been launched in waves across Ukraine. The new capabilities could allow it to hit expensive Western supplied targets, the source says. Why? Because of the distance? Or because of its performance, the technology? Because it doesn't really matter. You can send a drone 20,000 miles, but if they fly 50 miles per hour, that's it. You don't even do it like this. You don't have to fuck. Anyway, the new capabilities could allow it to hit expensive. Iran has developed a new attack and reconnaissance drone for Russia to use in its war in Ukraine, according to a report. And the Shahed 107, W7, is estimated to have a range of 932 miles and may be deployed to seek out and destroy expensive Western gear in Ukraine, Sky News reported, citing an unnamed security source. Business Insider has not independently verified the claim, but writes about it, and I make a video on it. The source told the outlet that the drone's development represents the significant force design work Iran is engaged in to support Russia's interests regarding Ukraine. You just try to build your little folder bigger, so you can go in front of the nations and try to squeeze other people's necks in voting for whatever resolution. Like we don't know what's going on here. A few units of the drone have been offered to Russia in a deal worth an estimated $2 million. The outlet reported the source as saying the Shahed 107, part of the Shahed series, is reported to have a roughly 10-foot wingspan, that's 3 meters, and to be about 8 feet long. It can be launched from a vehicle and was trialed at an airbase in central Iran with Russian representatives present, the source told Sky News. The drone may be fitted with live streaming capabilities, allowing the operator to identify targets in real time, it reported. Iran has long denied providing drones to Russia for use. Well, if Kim Jong-un of North Korea, the woodchuck, did it, why not Iran? However, the broad consensus you see, the broad consensus had these guys with Galileo Galilei in, they wanted to burn the guy on the stake. It was the broad consensus based on the that, it's the universe, stars that revolve around the sun, the earth, and not the other way around, which was garbage. But the consensus was, and they almost burned Galileo Galilei. This include the consensus indicates that it has supplied several types of drone to Russia throughout the conflict. Well, so they say that they were already provided drones, and they say that these include an inexpensive Shahed 136 suicide drone, which has been launched in waves towards Ukrainian infrastructure on a regular basis. An unnamed Ukrainian source told Sky News that, like that's not information here and propaganda, disinformation. We have huge concerns about possible supplies of the mentioned types of the drones. So why don't you give us something to destroy them? That's the whole thing. The source added that Russia's attack relies a lot on the Iranian drones. They, I'm quoting, try to make them faster to force Ukrainian defense force to use more expensive air defense systems. Ukraine has needed to deploy air defense missiles costing up to $500,000 to defend against Shahed drones, which are $20,000. What can you do? The new drones are not the only part of the deal, the security source Sky News. Iran and Russia are also close to a deal for the supply of the surface-to-surface ballistic missile for use in Ukraine, they said, in a move that is likely to ramp up pressure on Ukraine to use its precious, and limited supply of Patriot missiles. The Russian Ministry of Defense did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Wait a minute. So, let's see. How come these Iranians have resources? And I'm not talking about this kind of resources. Materials. Where do they get whatever they need? It's not that expensive. I think the Ukrainians were crying at one point. They destroyed an Orlan, if they said, I think it was an Orlan drone. Russians said, oh, there are some 52 parts or something from some outside Russia. They 50 or 40 some. They come from various locations on this planet. It seems like the Iranians are able to have surface-to-surface ballistic missiles. These Shahed drones that they make, like they go to the bathroom and here, like 50 more, 50 more again, like they go to casino. They rotate them. They must be very effective. I think Henry Ford I would be very jealous because they have, stole his practice. All right, my friends, here it is. We'll see. Distance. So if it's 1,000 miles, how deep can they go? To Poland? Maybe. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.